Hi, welcome to the Super Learners. I'm your host, Denaisha, and today I'll be interviewing Miss Mohammad, our life skills teacher. So tell me, Miss Mohammad, what inspired you to be a teacher?
I'm not sure where the actual inspiration came from, but I do remember when I was very young, about 5 or 6 years old, I would set all my dolls up on the bed. And my godmother gave me a chalkboard. You may not know what a chalkboard is, but it's a very small chalkboard and a piece of chalk. And I was teaching my dolls how to read their ABCs. And so ever since then, I knew that my inspiration, my job was to be, what I was born to do was to be a teacher.
Okay, so what other subjects do you teach besides life skills?
Well, actually, as an elementary school teacher, I'm able to teach all subjects. I teach science, I teach Arabic because I have a love for languages, and I was inspired to learn how to read and write Arabic. So I like to share that, as well as sign language. I also share sign language. I had a love for sign language, all kind of languages. So I had a chance to learn a little bit of sign language, and so I expanded that by teaching it to the children.
So what did you have the subjects we have now?
Well, when I was in school, we had some subjects that are missing in our curriculum today. For instance, we had geography. And in geography, we had to learn where all of the places were all over the planet Earth. And I think that's a very important subject. As you know, being in my class, every time I talk about a place, I always pull down the map, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm always going to show you exactly where that place is. So that's one of the subjects that we had when I was in school. Another subject that we had when I was in school was called home economics. And in our home economics class, we were taught how to sew. And so, I've given you classes on how to sew. We made pillows before, right? We were also taught how to cook. And you have some other teachers in the school that have done some work in the kitchen with you all. We also learned how to make clay vessels. It was called pottery then, ceramics class. We had metal shops. So we learned how to do things with our hands. There was a lot of hand learning, hands-on learning. So that's why in the classroom, I like to do a lot of experiments with you all, things that you could actually touch and put your hands on. So those are the few of the subjects that we had when I was growing up that the schools generally don't offer today.
Okay, so how many years did it take you to get out of college?
Well, to get out of college, I haven't gotten out of college yet. If you're asking me how many years it took me to become an educator, that's a lifelong journey. You have 4 years of college, then you have 4 more years of grad school. You get internships in different places, and then you get on-the-job training. What you learn in the classroom in college has nothing to do with what goes on actually in the classroom, because what they tell you in those books, it means absolutely nothing once you get to the live children, because y'all are a whole different breed of people. So, if anyone is actually interested in becoming a teacher, all you really need is a bachelor's degree. And with that bachelor's degree, you will be allowed to get your license and your certifications, and they'll allow you to work in the classroom. What I think is a little unfortunate is that your bachelor's degree can be in anything. It doesn't have to be a teaching degree. You can get a bachelor's degree in accounting. That's like keeping the books for a bank. And if you can't get a job doing that, oh well, just be a teacher. And see, that's why some of the teachers are having a hard time, because teaching, you have to love it. You have to really love it to do it well. It's not something you can learn. It's something you have to be born to do.
Okay, so was there anything else you wanted to be besides a teacher?
I wanted to be a ballerina. I wanted to fly airplanes. When I was going to high school, I wanted to apply to the space, I forgot the name of the high school at the time, but they didn't allow girls to become, they didn't allow girls to go to become airplane pilots. They let us be stewardesses or airline attendants, they call them now, but we couldn't be pilots. So I wanted to fly an airplane, but because I was a girl, I wasn't allowed to learn to do that. Other than that, I think that I've always wanted to be a teacher. That's always been my dream. One other thing I really think has been almost as important as being a teacher is being a wife and a mother. But that's being a teacher too. So, it all wraps up together in the same bundle.
Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Denaisha again, and I just interviewed Miss Mohammad, our life skills teacher. See you next time.